What's up, Mage? Welcome back to another React video, and today we are actually not going to be reacting to music. We're going to be actually reacting to paranormal. Sam and Colby's My Scariest Experience in Demonic Asylum, Trapped Alone. I've been a big Sam and Colby fan for a very long time, since 2018, since their XPLR days, or Exploring Days, Bando Bros, or whatever you want to call it. They've been there since semi the beginning, not fully. 2018 is when I first started watching them in like January or February. And to be able to react to them is going to be super exciting. Let's get right into it.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
Today, we're going to be investigating Beechworth Mental Asylum here in Australia. Over 9,000 people died under the most brutal circumstances.
9,000. That is insane. That's a lot of people. At the same time, I really miss their "What's up, it's Sam and Colby." Just their high energetic, and then the background music to it. Now it's completely different. I live for nostalgia sometimes.
We've ever heard of.
Many people believe that there's a darker energy here. Oh my God, there it is.
A darker energy, and a bird flies over their head like that. That is very, very coincidental, but crazy.
As I was saying, many people believe that there's a darker energy here and possibly a demonic child inside. And they hardly let anybody investigate this spot, so we have no idea what we're about to encounter. Arr, 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 arr. And thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. More on that later.
And tonight, once again, we are joined by the boys.
Yeah!
So for the boys, I actually don't watch them. Actually, I didn't even know about them until I think the last one. I haven't been able to watch much paranormal investigation shows aside from Overnight Channel and Fear Project. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check them out though later on.
Oh, they're not excited.
We might have traumatized them on our last rundown.
We haven't recovered, man. I had to send back a little girl demon via UPS, dude, because I got an attachment. We're back, baby!
This is going to be an insane video. Nonetheless, by the way, I'm going to make it a two-parter because this is an hour and a half long.
Yes, dude, because I got an attachment. We're back, baby!
But it's going to get worse.
Unison, aww.
We just thought that last time started off so hot that we would, do something like that again.
So hot. What's that mean?
Are we playing hide and seek again?
Hey, I know, right?
We're playing something a little different and a little bit higher stakes.
I'm scared.
Why does Sam always deliver the bad news?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, man? Come
Because
on.
I'm the nice guy.
Yeah, guys, you're really not going to want to lose this game. The last one was a fun, happy hide-and-seek game. This one, we're not even going to tell you.
Are you playing?
At the end of the video, the loser's gonna have like the worst punishment we might have ever made a guest do ever.
It might be the worst punishment we've ever experienced.
Shoot us?
Right now, we are going to play reverse hide
Are you gonna shoot us? Oh my god. That would be very worse.
and seek, also known as sardines. So what is going to happen is we're going to draw straws. The person with the smallest straw will go in first to this building right here, which is the medical ward, also known as a building that has over 3,000 deaths.
Woo!
They did horrible treatments and weird experiments on the people in here. So many deaths. It's one of the most haunted locations on the entire.
I wonder how many years it took to get to 3,000 deaths, but that is crazy. This video is going to be insane.
And weird experiments on the people in here. So many deaths. It's one of the most haunted locations on the entire property.
Yeah.
We haven't gone in yet.
The loser isn't going to get lobotomized tonight, are they?
Maybe.
So then what's going to happen is after that person goes and hides, all the rest of the people are going to go try to find them. Once you find the person, you stay quiet and you hide with them.
Yeah, so once you find them, do not make any noise. Just sit right next to them, and you're hiding with them.
Spot shit.
Then we're going to all find them very quickly. But you don't want to find them last. Because if you are the last person standing that is not part of the sardines, you have the worst punishment in Sam and Colby history.
Holy crap. So.
Oh, God. It's gonna be it.
Give it to me.
Now he knows where it is. Now we know what it is.
No, I'm gonna go like this.
You swear?
Yeah. I'll go behind your back.
Sam's been stealing straws from every restaurant.
It's from
That's
Applebee's,
why you were
Denny's.
collecting straws at the pizza place.
Okay, how about this? Then I'll just go last. You guys can all
You saved so many turtles.
I want this one.
I'm gonna do this one. Oh my god! Yes! That has to be the shortest one.
It's between me and
Wait,
you.
they're all different sizes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine's pretty short.
Oh, hang on, we gotta line them all.
There's nothing wrong with short ones.
Mine's pretty short.
No. Wait. It's between Nerd
I
and
definitely won.
I think Colby got it.
Let's go!
So he's the only one safe from the challenge right now.
Okay.
That's right.
Colby was safe from the last challenge too. That is, he gets so lucky with that.
So he's the only one safe from the challenge right now.
Okay.
That's right.
Biased as fuck, dude. This is your video.
What do you mean?
$1,000 in my pocket. I'll trade you straws.
Oh fuck.
Moral of the story is small things are sometimes better.
Yeah.
Alright, now get in the fucking scary.
All right.
Hide and seek, reverse hide and seek.
I'm going. I'm the first one in the scary building. Shit!
Yeah, that's the really bad part of the whole thing.
Yo, that was creepy. They set up, I can't pause it properly, but they set up a doll area back there. Ah.
Every place is an open space around here, so I think I'm just gonna hide right here. It's in the corner. This is the best I can do, okay?
We're coming in 3, 2, 1, go!
Ow! There's a step.
God, they're coming. This is fucking scary.
But I feel like they're gonna find him though.
Colby, please, I don't want to lose this fucking challenge, man.
There's no way that's him, right?
Colby.
Where are you, fella?
He's so close. See, the thing is, he chose a place where there's windows around him.
Fuck. What kind of Looney Tunes ass door is that?
Yeah, see, that place is creepy. All he had to do was go left. That's all he had to do was just go left, and then he would have gone right in there. Or yeah, like going to see that and then go left.
We can't go this way. It's dead end. No, it's not. Money. Are you in here?
Oh, I get it. Okay, so when they have to, it's reverse hide and seek. I didn't understand it. So everybody has to go into when they find Colby, they have to hide themselves with Colby. That's interesting. Narrator.
Do you see it, Josh? Who's gonna get first? I think you see it. I think you see it. On your head. We really don't have to be lost. He definitely just walked right in. Looking so good. Thank you. I'm so glad you did not wait. It's really bad. I'm relieved. I started hearing that there was less and less voices. It was the same. Same. I'm gonna stick with you. Yeah. Fucking we're going out again. Shh. Shut up.
It's just us. Why is it always us, dude?
Why is this happening?
They have to split up.
Whoever sees us first wins.
Whoever opens the door first. This was the perfect hiding spot.
Thank you.
I see you. You saw my feelings.
Fuck.
I swear I've checked everywhere. Is this some kind of trick? Are we being pranked?
Boys.
Yeah.
Boys, where are you? Hidden in plain sight, bitch. I got a big head.
It's just me and Josh. This is bad.
Everybody else found them, but I'm just trying to figure out why these two haven't found them yet.
It's just me and Josh. This is bad.
Boys. Boys.
How's this fucking possible?
I think Juicy's gonna win.
I gotta say though, how can you go caseless with a phone? I can't. I'm sorry, this is off topic, way off topic, but I really can't go caseless with a phone. I'm just too afraid to drop it and smash it.
They fucking disappeared, man. I've checked every room. What's wrong with us? Are we fucked in the head? I fucking checked everywhere, dude. Same. I've literally looked at every room like 4 times.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be nighttime by the time they find us. You guys didn't think this through, did you? You're gonna be here for fucking 20 minutes.
I went in this kitchen 5 times!
Oh my.
He's hiding.
Oh, now he's hiding.
I was freaking out, dude, because I was like 1-on-1 right now.
You guys can't make me do it.
He can't close the door.
Me and Josh thought we were losing our fucking minds.
And now you get what you fucking deserve!
Alright, are you guys gonna shoot me or something?
No, we don't tell you until the end of the video.
We're not gonna tell the audience, we're not gonna tell you guys, but at the very end of this video, it will be the worst punishment in San Colby.
Oh. Dude, I'm scared and it's not even me. Hanging under your head. Oh, dude, stop it, stop it. Fuck, I was looking so hard!
Oh boy, that is... I wonder what the punishment's gonna be. We've got about an hour and like 15 minutes. That's insane. Asylum.
In 2013, Beechworth Asylum was named the most haunted place in the world. It was built in 1867 in Victoria, Australia, also known as the Palace for the Insane. But this was no palace. What happened behind these walls were some of the most fucked up things that we've ever seen or heard in our entire careers. Similar to Geelong Jail, so many people were coming to Victoria, Australia due to the gold rush, so they needed a place to put the undesirables.
This place was not meant to cure the patients, it was meant to separate them from society. At the time, mental health was poorly understood, and many believed that those suffering were demonically possessed. They even subjected them to exorcisms. Some weren't even suffering from illness. All that was required was 2 signatures to send someone on a one-way trip to the asylum. For example, if you were to be blackout drunk and couldn't answer a policeman's questions, you could easily end up at this asylum.
We would be fucked.
Royally. Not only that, but you can be admitted for all sorts of things, like having depression, having a big ego, whacking your weasel, or even being hit by a wagon. Many think that the hauntings are a result.
Being hit by a wagon? Seriously? You don't think we just go to a hospital and get checked out? Man, back then I like this day. This day is a lot better. It's less crazy. And in a sense that if you get hit by a wagon, you go to the insane asylum. That is insane.
Ego, whacking your weasel, or even being hit by a wagon. Many think that the hauntings are a result of the negative trauma that happened within these walls. The staff states that they hear whispers, footsteps, and see shadow figures often. And even though this place has been cleansed, people say that the spirits remain here because they are scared to go to hell. What makes this location different than anything else is that Beechworth hardly allows people to film public investigations, making this one of the first in the last decade.
Wow. That's cool.
G'day guys, my name is Tyson. I am a tour guide and also a paranormal investigator here at the Beechworth Lunatic Asylum. Where I've got to start it off tonight is in our grand theatre.
The Mage Theatre was originally a recreation hall where events and musical performances were held. But today, the stage area is one of the most active and dark parts of the asylum. Some people believe that there's an entity living underneath the stage, and more often, shadow figures are sighted around this area.
There's one guy in here that he's sort of the big energy of the room, if that makes sense. He tends to hang out on the stage, specifically behind the curtains and stuff like that.
Can we go up to the stage?
We can go up there and have a look if you're game enough.
We'll just look at it.
Why do you always have to ask these questions? Sorry.
He really tends to show up when you're alone because he doesn't like big groups.
That's interesting. Why are you looking at me, dude? Juicy.
His presence gives you this overwhelming sense of dread. It feels like if you see him, you're in imminent danger. There is actually a little kid that hangs out in the theatre as well. I tend to find that the little kid is not that afraid of the guy that hangs out here, surprisingly enough. He's very scary to us, but for some reason, apparently not to them.
When we first got here, at the couch at the very end, like closest to the stage, I saw a little head just go like...
Wait, you saw this kid that he just mentioned?
It didn't look like a kid, it just looked like a head just went...
Why didn't you say something?
I did, we just weren't filming. I told Molly.
Is that true? He did say that.
Molly just doesn't want it to be true.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be true either because, I mean, I would want it to be true, of course, but it's the more scarier aspect of it.
That.
Molly just doesn't want it to be true.
The hospital wing, also known as the Gravelia building, is where over 3,000 patients died and where the majority of the electroshock therapy occurred.
Here we are in a building called Gravelia, the infirmary. This is where you go if you were sick or if you were dying. Now, unfortunately, that means that this ward has got a higher death toll than any other building on the entire property. Over 3,000 lives were lost in this building, and that's a third of the total number.
Where are you looking at me?
That's a third of the total deaths that the place recorded in this one.
A third of the total deaths. That's crazy. That is, wow.
Looking at me.
That's a third of the total deaths that the place recorded in this one building, so it's quite significant as you can imagine. This is, of course, also being the medical wing, this is also where you would have had more of those experimental treatments that would have taken place.
The so-called treatments here were basically experimental torture. From electroshock therapy to lobotomies, where they literally take an ice pick, put it in your eye, and smack it into your brain, to bloodletting and hydrotherapy, which was basically waterboarding.
And keep in mind, most of this would have been going on before any numbing or anesthesia.
And if patients didn't cooperate, they would be thrown in straitjackets or literal cages. You can even see the nail and tooth marks on the doors from people desperately trying to escape. 1 in 3 patients ended up dying here, resulting in 9,000 recorded deaths in the asylum. And with the death records destroyed, most of these people would be forgotten forever.
Assuming a lot of people died.
That is so sad, honestly. And I mean, I can understand like indirect destroying the records, like, you know, flooding or something or fire or whatever, but I'm not sure if they actually destroyed it on purpose just because of. But the things that they did back then, I mean, understandable that they were scared, but at the same time, human empathy, where? That's crazy.
The death records destroyed, most of these people would be forgotten forever.
Assuming a lot of people died just from the experiments.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think is like the most extreme?
Lobotomies, of course, your ECT things. There were things like insulin shock therapies that were taking place.
And the doctors believed that they were helping the patients doing all this?
Yeah, absolutely. At the time, they thought they were helping. They thought they were doing the right thing, and that's how it started. A lobotomy is a really good way to subdue someone. It affects your behavior, it affects your mood, and it takes almost your entire personality away. So to them, that's a great success.
Juicy, that is the punishment.
But I don't understand why they want to take away the personality and just make him a bot, basically. And it still it doesn't make sense on why that was a thing in the first place.
A lobotomy?
No way! A free lobotomy!
Footsteps and whistling are common, but the darkest part is coined Shadow Man Hallway because of the numerous photos of apparitions that were captured there.
This corridor is a major hotspot for activity. One of the best hotspots that we have in the entire asylum. We have dubbed it the Shadow Man Corridor.
Oh! Yay!
Some of the more frequently spotted apparitions that we get in this corridor, there's one in particular that hangs out here who's quite large. You can never make out facial features or what he's wearing or anything like that. He's quite large, he's tall. Sometimes he just stands down there. Sometimes you can see him moving. He can walk from left to right, right to left. Sometimes he walks directly towards people. We can't really get a lot of stuff from this guy, but the vibes that he gives off, if you do get to see him, are not very pleasant. He's very intimidating.
All right, let's move on.
There you go.
Sometimes you get the same vibe when Molly walks towards you. Bro.
The bull pit is where child patients as young as 6 were housed with men as old as 28. Unfortunately, violence and sexual assault were very common in the bull pit, which in our opinion makes this one of the most negative parts of the asylum. And it was called the bull pit because of the smell, which reeked of testosterone, sweat, and human waste.
It smells like kind of a shit in here, right?
I think someone took a...
That's my pants.
Oh my.
The hair gets thicker up here as you go up the stairs, and I don't think it's just the smell.
It's just Sam's ass.
I think it's the same thing.
You should have a demon coming out and it smells bad.
Beautiful.
I mean, he did have a attachment in his ass.
Bull Pit is where we're at the moment. That's B-U-L-L Bull Pit. This place was male accommodations, obviously for kids for the most part. Teenagers, they're thrown in here with 8, 9, 10-year-old kids with varying mental illnesses.
Hold up, real quick, just for clarification, this was for mentally ill children?
Correct.
Young patients, lunatics, twisted minds, that sort of thing?
Yep, so a kid could be thrown in here for autism, Down syndrome, being an orphan, any sort of mental illness that any kid will have today, they could have been locked up for back.
How is being an orphan a mental illness? What? That is... I don't even know what to say about that one. That is insane to say. You know, to have both your parents died, so now you're insane. What I can't understand is about the fact that it's an insane asylum, but you're an orphan. I don't get it. I really don't.
Down syndrome, being an orphan, any sort of mental illness that any kid will have today, they could have been locked up for back then.
Benjamin is the spirit of an 8-year-old boy.
Or is he?
There is Benny. He tends to be the one that gets a little freaky sometimes.
Wait, you're talking about Benny, like the one that was arched back, little spider crawl?
That's the same one.
He is mostly known for scratching people, tapping on the ceiling, and is seen as a shadow figure doing a backbend run, arching over, crawling up the walls.
So he's probably a fucking demon.
He's also known to have a larger companion by his side named Carlisle. And Benjamin may have originally been in the bull pit, but some say he's in other hotspots as well.
That's scary.
Both of us have seen this spider walking thing shoot across the carpet in the opposite direction to where you'd think a lightful shadow would be cast. We had confirmation several times that it was this child called Benjamin who was a little bit, you know, needed a lot of support, needed a lot of help.
Spider crawl?
That's the same one.
Oh, man.
They say, what was
What?
I heard that. Oh, fuck, I heard that as well.
What is it? What was it?
What? Bro, so she just pulled my shirt.
What?
I shit you not. On my back. Like, actually just pulled my shirt.
It was my phone. It was my phone.
Jesus.
Right here, I heard something. It sounded like something scuttled. I heard it too. It was like,
Right after we were like, oh, like the little spider crawl.
it's freaky.
Yeah, he's the sort of kid that likes to get a little bit friendly. He's a touchy-feely sort of kid. He has also been known to bend over backwards and either crawl towards people or just crawl around the building.
The only other time I've seen that is in The Conjuring 3 when a goddamn demon possesses a child. I'm not trying to call this guy out, but like, it doesn't sound like a human. Don't anger him.
It's probably not a human.
I'm not trying to call this guy out, but like, it doesn't sound like a human. Don't anger him, man.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard from a tour guide.
Headaches, whistles, and men laughing are some of the most common manifestations. But the main spirit here is named the Captain, who is supposedly at the top of the spiritual hierarchy. And tonight we're going to try to contact the Captain to see who's really in control of this asylum.
Captain up here on the bullpit seems to be in charge, and so you want to do your best to stay on his good side, or you'll tip him off. During this time, the hospital had to think of ways that they could potentially fix all this violence and assaults that were going on this ward. So the first thing that the doctors thought to bring was a new rule that meant that the patients had to wear pants that were 3 sizes too big. The boys would be too busy holding up their pants to fight or assault each other.
So fucking annoying.
Right.
It's like the most annoying.
You go to swing and then you just hit your pants, and now you pull that back up and swing again, and back up and swing again.
That's what happens when you order from the XP store. Pants are always 3 sizes too big. It wouldn't bother. That doesn't happen at the boys' dot store.
Oh, the shade. Well, joke. But oh my goodness.
Bleep that out.
Only says worry about explore being.
Asylum merch now. Right, now that's out of the way. Of course, you can imagine that idea of the pants didn't work out well because it didn't take them long to realise that boys that had certain mental problems didn't care about their pants being on or off. So they had to think of something else. Next rule they implemented was equally as genius as the first idea. They decided to give the boys laxatives in every meal that they ate.
So there's constantly like shitting.
That's why it smells like this.
Oh, you're right.
Did you eat
It's true, it does stink up here all the way to this day. It always stinks up here.
What was that supposed to achieve? Just make everyone
Well, they
shit
figured
themselves?
if they're on the toilet all day, every day, then they're not fighting risk
Too busy shitting.
But how many toilets are up here? There's like...
Well, if you're brave enough, you can go and find the other one, but I don't like going in there.
What the hell does that mean? Go find it, Josh.
Why don't you like going in the other toilet?
There's one bathroom up here on the bullpit that just gives bad vibes. It's because it would have been the epicenter of a lot of that violence that we were talking about before. That's where older patients might have access to those kids, and the worst of the worst things could have happened. We approached this door and this padlock on the door was just swinging, and it was a dead still night, and we stood here and we watched it go for minutes, and it didn't even slow down, and went for like 3 or 4 minutes before we finally had to grab the lock and go inside. It was weird. Yeah, with that being said, just have fun.
Have fun.
Get in there.
Wait, there's just a courtyard.
This is creepy, man.
Whoa.
Out here you would have the worst kind of guys. These blokes couldn't be trusted to be in the dorm style accommodations inside. These guys were the most violent offenders. Just through that door right there, it has a window on it. I've had a couple instances where I've seen an apparition in that room, and a couple of times on my groups, it's been seen by the entire group at once, which is always really interesting. This room used to belong to a patient named Ted, and Ted was admitted to the asylum for slitting the throat of his barber with a cutthroat razor blade. Obviously didn't like the haircut that much.
Reverse Sweeney Todd.
That's understandable.
There's a reason I'm wearing a hat tonight.
If he likes you, he's very friendly. If he doesn't like you, he's very, very apprehensive. He has various ways of letting you know that he doesn't want you there, so...
Probably wouldn't be able to make it in here.
I don't know what I would do, man.
If you want to go inside, I'll show you exactly where homicide took place.
A murder occurred here when a man named John Conlin struck Abraham Reeves in the back of the head with a broom handle, causing him to fall into an open fire. He unfortunately died of his wounds 3 days later, and visitors can still smell burnt flesh and hair to this day.
And that courtyard that we were standing in, about once a week, a patient gets dragged out there and hosed down, and that's their form of hygiene.
What was that?
Dude, I heard...
Footsteps?
Wait, no, it was a door. It was like a thump of door. Like something.
See, whenever they do the listen thing and then they do like, oh, what was that? I can't hear a thing, especially when someone's talking and there's so much reverberation from the room. It's just so hard to hear. Let's listen again.
Can still smell burnt flesh and hair to this day.
And that courtyard that we were standing in, about once a week, a patient gets dragged out there and hosed down, and that's their form of hygiene.
What was that?
Dude, I heard...
Footsteps?
Wait, no, it was a door. It was like a thump of door. It's like something was over there. There's no one else in here. I literally thought that was someone walking over. Yeah. It was this thump.
Oh, you're right. That was loud.
It was really heavy.
It was like that. Hold on. Let's listen again.
About once a week, a patient gets dragged out there and hosed down, and that's their form of hygiene.
What was that? Can still smell burnt flesh and hair to this day.
And that courtyard that we were standing in, about once a week, a patient gets dragged out there and hosed down, and that's their form of hygiene.
What was that?
I couldn't hear it, to be honest.
Dude, I heard...
Footsteps?
Wait, no, it was a door. It was like a thump of door. It's like something was over there. There's no one else in here. I literally thought that was someone walking over. Yeah. It was this thump.
Oh, you're right. That was loud.
It was really heavy too.
Something about this particular spot makes my hair stand up.
I wonder if you caught it. I wonder if it's on camera.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
What?
Are you crying?
Are you crying? Yes.
I'm sorry.
Your reaction.
Oh, sorry.
I'd have to look that one up again.
Okay.
Sweet.
There's like zero draft in here. The air's like stagnant.
There's no giraffes.
There's no broken windows.
It's this one.
But is there a breeze coming through there?
Probably. It needs outside, no?
There's nothing really coming through. No, this ain't it. This is ours.
There's no breeze coming through there.
I'm not feeling it.
No.
That's doing it.
And how heavy is the door too? Like
It's real heavy.
Yeah.
All these doors are like vintage, like solid
Yeah.
doors.
Sucks for anyone who's coming in here later.
I can't tell you what that thump was, though. I mean, it could have been someone off camera. I have no idea. It could be paranormal. You just don't know, especially when you're not actually there. I'm not coming for them on that. I'm not saying that, you know, they did it on purpose for the video. I'm just saying, if you're not there, you can't really tell what's going on.
This is the cellar?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. You guys would never put me
Get down
there by
there, Eddie.
myself. Wait, right behind you, Eddie.
Yeah, just keep going, man. Really close behind.
Right behind you.
Don't even look back, right? So
Right
close.
behind you.
It is fucked down here. Oh shit, I just heard steps.
What?
Right next to me.
Wait.
Right fucking next to me. For
real?
I was trying to prank you guys with a big smile. Look at my fucking skin. I just heard someone walking towards me. It was very soft. It was like that, like coming right towards me. I was standing there in the dark with a smile waiting for you to turn on the camera so it looked creepy. And as soon as you turn on the light, I heard the steps. Like the smile, Eddie. Feel my heart. Feel my fucking heart.
Oh my god, actually. What the fuck?
Ever heard anything like that? I mean, we heard it at the jail the last time.
Guys, go check out the other video if you haven't been.
I also typically hear it a lot on the boys' channel.
We had it when we microwaved stuff last week.
If you want to know that something scary is happening, just look at my arms. Yeah. They will tell you. Okay, let's go down there. Fuck it.
The cellar is the
You get really scared at times, and like, you know, you might hear something and you get goosebumps. It's interesting, because I get goosebumps listening to music because I have a feeling, and it's a good feeling when I get my goosebumps during music. I get them all the time when I'm doing music reactions. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I can't really explain what happened.
Scary is happening, just look at my arms. Yeah. They will tell you. Okay, let's go down there. Fuck it.
The cellar is the oldest part of the asylum, where prison laborers of the neighboring jail who were building the asylum were locked up overnight. The cellar was rumored to hold body parts and jars of formaldehyde due to its freezing temperatures. Paranormal manifestations down here include hearing deep growling, whispers, and then people experiencing physical attacks. Visitors are pushed up the steps, scratched, and many will even start crying without even realizing it. Some people also believe that there's a very negative entity, unsure if it's non-human or human, who manifests by giving you physical or emotional pain. So tonight, we're gonna be sending somebody down there alone for the single worst punishment in Sam and Colby history.
Oh, dude, it feels bad.
I'm still trying to figure out what that is, though. I guess we'll find out towards the end.
If you're going to get things like physically, like touch you or anything like that, maliciously, it usually happens down here in the cellar. One of the reasons we think that might be the case is because the asylum was actually built in part by prisoners of the Beechworth jail. And
Massive crack over there, right? There's like a little, like almost a rock.
I heard a boom, but I didn't hear. It could have been an effect as well. I don't know what I think it could have been. Let's listen to it again.
the case is because the asylum was actually built.
Yeah, that little thump right there, the thump. It sounded like a foot, maybe, like a rubber on a cement. A rock would have a very distinctive sound. I don't know.
In part by prisoners of the Beechworth jail. And
Massive crack over there, right? There's like a little, like almost a rock being thrown.
Whoa, fuck me, there's a mannequin in there, bro.
Oh, that's creepy. Holy cow.
That's just crazy.
Crazy Joe. He killed a bunch of people when he was here.
That's Bob Ross.
The first part they built was the cellar. Instead of sending them back to the prison every day, they just kept them down here. That's one of the reasons why we tend to think that you get the more undesirables down here.
What type of things do they do maliciously, like choke you?
I've heard people get, I've seen people get like scratched in here, 2 hands all the way down top to bottom.
I heard that too.
If you're in here, shut the fuck up. We're filming a bit.
But seriously, make a noise.
I didn't hear 3 knocks, but I heard that noise.
But seriously, make a noise.
There was 3 knocks. Well, no, it sounded like someone threw it and a rock went boom, boom, boom. Interesting.
It sounded like 3 knocks, but to me it sounded like somebody like bones popping.
Are you fucking serious? Oh, that's disgusting.
What the fuck?
Wait. Is that normal for that to happen?
We hear noises down here. That's but it's pretty cool to get it on request.
Can we see what's behind there? Are we allowed to? What the? We need to see what's back there. That was on Uncut. Do not cut this.
I'm not cutting.
We need to see what's back here.
Oh, that was a loud one. I don't know if I can keep it in the video. Oh, what the fuck? We were fine until we met you guys.
What did we do?
That's what it's.
Like, right? No, it sounded more like. Yeah, no, it sounded.
It sounded more like a rock hitting the floor, like something like it fell from a ceiling and it just kind of bounced a little bit.
You're right. It sounded like bones were cracking.
Like bones cracking.
Yeah.
Like multiple, just like a.
Yeah, let's try again. If you're in here, can you make another noise?
There it is again.
Oh, it must have been outside.
Is that outside?
This window leads to outside.
Okay.
It sounded like,
Okay. Debunked, maybe?
okay, maybe, hopefully.
It might be worth investigating.
See, now if we're in here and the noise goes on out there, then it'll be okay.
Where are you guys going? Oh, wait, that was in here! That was in here! That was actually in here.
That was the noise came from in here.
It was in that cell right there.
It was this cell.
It sounded like it was right here at this door.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I feel bad.
That's it. That's it. It's like,
That's literally the. So it was more of like the creaking of this wood, like this.
Oh my god.
I thought we were filming a serious video. You white, bro. You can't do this to me. We're gonna fucking get you for that. I hate this guy right here.
Me too. I got a heart condition, Sam. You can't do this to me, okay? You're gonna really hurt somebody.
There actually was a noise.
Why'd you say it?
there was.
Up until the jump scare, there was noises.
There was noises.
Let's
Okay,
try it. Again.
Try it.
That was really good. Can you make another noise?
Oh!
That's someone, bro. No, it's this. It's this.
Is it?
We figured out. Debunked.
Oh, you're
Debunked.
right.
Yeah, the wind must be hitting that, making noises with that. That's very, very interesting. Because every time they said something, it popped though, but when they were talking, it wasn't popping and making noises. So that's still kind of weird. Debunked or not, it's still kind of weird.
It's
Is
this.
it?
We figured out. Debunked.
Oh, you're
Debunked.
right. Okay.
Debunked.
That's a debunk.
It was just a curtain.
We debunk things. That's a curtain? Is that a curtain?
It's like a
It's
tarp.
open. It's the window's open. It's like moving the.
Oh,
yeah.
debunked.
So I just want to say, they just had their ad on there for the advertisement for the app that they were pushing. I cut that out because, of course, that is their ad. If you want to go see it, it's on their channel, of course. I cut it out because it's not paid for me. They are paid to do it on their channel, so I didn't want to have any conflict of interest or conflict of anything. So definitely go check out their channel for that ad.
The most famous spirit at Beechworth Asylum is matron Elizabeth Sharp, who led the nursing staff. Sharp was a kind woman who was one of the few that treated these patients like real people. She would always try to improve the conditions of the asylum by putting up lace curtains and fresh flowers in vases. Today, she haunts
That's nice. That's very, very nice to say.
Conditions of the asylum by putting up
Or
lace
do.
curtains and fresh flowers and vases. Today she haunts the women's ward, taking care of the spirits in the afterlife. Matron Sharp's room is right here.
Matron Sharp!
In my experience, the matron controls whether there is activity or there isn't. So she was the boss back then, she's still the boss now. That's her room right there. She is a strong energy, but she's stern but fair. So if you're fair with her, she'll be fair with you. But the patients were kept just down the hall here. Let's go and take a look.
In the women's ward, the owner Jeff saw a pale hand reach through a doorway, index finger curled as if beckoning him inside. Staff feel like there's many spirits here, as if it's still a busy ward full of patients and doctors. For example, there are two female spirits named Maggie and Lizzie who play hide and seek and use equipment and knocks to prove their existence.
Rooms are basically nearly exactly as they were when the place first opened in 1867, so it's a bit of a time capsule. So you want to keep your eye out for Lizzie. I'm pretty sure Lizzie
and Mary?
In this room right here. Lizzie's really good at making tapping and knocking noises. There's also a Maggie that hangs out up here. There's a Grace that hangs out up here as well. And of course, the matron, it will be anywhere on this ward or downstairs or anywhere at a time. So she's another one to keep an eye out specifically over in this ward. Because this place was decommissioned a few decades before the rest of the hospital was, it's one of the few areas where, say, the doors are a little bit older than the rest of the doors. And if you have a good look, you'll notice that if you look closely enough,
Yep. Oh god. Yeah, scratch marks.
yeah, and if you shine the light sort of indirectly at it, it looks a bit better.
Serious scratch marks. Holy shit.
But staff says that the very first thing we need to do is ask Matron Sharp for permission to talk to the other spirits tonight.
Did the investigation.
It's investigation time. We are going to start here at the woman's ward, trying to contact the most famous spirit here, Matron Sharp.
She's a nice lady.
So we brought her flowers because she was one person that really tried to restore dignity here. She would give people fresh flowers, fresh drapes, try to make it, a little more lively.
It seemed like she was the only one to care about the patients.
First things first, let's give her flowers and set down space equipment to see if she comes out.
Mrs. Matron Sharp, can I please come into your room? Thanks for having us.
Hi, Matron Sharp. Come on in. Thank you.
Hello, coming in, thank you. Hello, can I please enter? Thank you. Matron Sharp, thanks for having us. Matron Sharp, coming in. Thanks for having us. Matron Sharp, thanks for having us.
We have some flowers for you.
We respect that you respect this patient so much.
Trying to set this 360 REM pod, same thing as a REM pod, but it also has a motion sensor around the entire area. So if we hear it go off, we know that she has exited her room. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait! It's going off!
I'm sorry, why'd you say it like that?
What's going on? Because I got scared.
Matron Sharp, if that's you following us in here, can you go back up to that little white light?
Or anyone else in here? Can you go up to the little white light?
Ooh, maybe somebody different.
REM pods are scary. They really are. I have one, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. When I was over at my mom's, it works a lot. Here, where I live, does not. They are very volatile in terms of you have to be really near it to get to it. And it definitely is something that isn't triggered easily as long as a human person is not near it. I don't understand the basics of it, but as long as you don't go up to the antenna, it doesn't work. If a spirit comes up to it, it goes off. From my experience from watching these videos, from watching other people's videos on REM pods, it's just weird how they work.
This is Maggie, Lizzie, or Grace. And you go right in front of Mrs. Sharp's room. If you walk over there, we'll hear you. Okay, if this is Matron Sharp herself, can you walk right in front of your room so we know you're here?
Oh my god.
That was immediate. Are you fucking serious? Perfect. If you can come over here, we're gonna ask you some more questions. Feel free to talk to us.
Wait, right when you turn it on, it is full fucking red. Is that you, Miss Matron? It's going.
Now about these, I have one, and it's weird. There's a spot in my room where it goes off at three lights, so it'll go off. It won't go any higher than that. I move it away. It's every day, whichever, whenever I bring it out, it just for some reason will be in that one little spot. Anywhere else, no. and I'm not too entirely sure why there's EMF going off right there in that spot. Because it's the middle of the room, there is no electrical appliances or anything. I'm not sure why it would be going off in the middle, except for unless there is a spirit touching the EMF at the moment.
Full force.
This very overwhelming presence with me right now.
Really, with you?
Just right behind me. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's like something got thrown.
What is that? That was that way.
This can't be happening.
What? That was like a massive hit.
Okay, wait, let's be quiet for like 10 seconds.
It was all the way on, all the way on.
Sounds like doors. The first one sounded like something dragged, like furniture dragged. That sounded like what we heard from the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
Matron Sharp, if that was you, can you move?
Oh, the ticking noise, that's the clock behind them. But I'm curious as to all the noises that's going on right now. Where did the caretakers go? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is where do they go?
Something else around? Can you give us a tap?
If it was someone else, can you give us a tap?
That was a dead. It sounds like a lot of the noises are coming from that way. I know we might be down there a little bit. Yeah. It sounded like this moved. It sounded like a dragged furniture.
Yeah, you're right.
The guide's gone.
Yeah.
He closed the door.
Are you still in here, Mr. Guide, sir? Pull that if you actually are here.
Yeah, see, we're good.
Wait, so that's way creepier.
Isn't it weird how that thing hasn't gone off though?
See, though, that's the thing, though, is at the same time, they could always not say anything. I'm super skeptical with that, being because the guide might be there and they might make a noise, because I remember watching another video where a guide was right next to him and it made noise. They thought that that was an actual paranormal, but later they found out it was actually the guide making said noise. That's why I'm kind of a little skeptic on that portion of that.
After we stopped talking to it?
Yeah. It's like a
You know what would be crazy? If we go back and ask it and then it goes again.
It's like whatever's here is following us around.
Miss Matron Sharp, we heard a lot of noises here on the other end of the ward. You see that thing on the floor right in front of your room? If you walk right next to it, we'll hear you.
Oh my god. Maybe she's behind us then.
Okay, no one's not really jumping up and down. That was.
Oh my god! Wait, so she walked from over there to over here?
Yeah, just took a minute.
Matron Sharp, is that you walking towards that white light? If it was, can you hit it again for us, please?
Did you hear that? Something like a big bang down there.
Did you guys just feel that wind? There's no open windows.
They boarded the windows for one to preserve it too, so people can't break in. There's no one coming in.
It's almost as if something was walking through.
But do you feel it again, the breeze?
Yeah. It's like she's walking past us.
Yeah. It sounds like noises coming out of it. And the window's shut. Yeah.
What was that?
Three knocks.
Whoa, that is so loud.
Was that you guys?
No, that was out here.
That was, dude, that was like this. That was someone frantically scratching. Wait.
That's what they do to the doors.
That's what it sounded like.
Was that a patient here? Were you scratching on something? Can you let us know?
Give us a clear, obvious sign if that was you scratching.
Was that it? That was in that room.
It wasn't a scratch.
It was a knock more than a scratch.
Okay, so this is an envoy. Basically, if she were to come up with EMF energy, this will be able to go off and say yes or no answers, as well as if you tap this physically.
So when you ask questions, remember it can only say yes or no.
Is there somebody here? If so, come up and tap it.
Yes, immediately.
Is there multiple people here with us right now?
It's in that closet.
How inconsistent it is.
Is there more than, say, 10 people here right now?
Didn't they say the number one thing in this word is tapping?
Yeah. No.
No and
But
yes.
then yes. And then
What the fuck? They're Australian. They're going, nah, yeah.
So they asked multiple questions and it didn't let them answer because of how normally it is. It takes time for them to answer sometimes. So it's yes, no, yes, no, yes. Basically, it's answering their questions from then on.
Yeah, nah.
No, again, dude. Oh my god, what is that?
What was that? Okay, that was legit fucked up, bro. That was loud as shit, like someone walked in the room. Someone did fucking walk in the room.
Wait, the door's completely sealed shut. That doesn't even make any noise. It has to be like somewhere over here.
What the fuck was that? Actually, though, that's gotta be one of the clearest sounds I've ever heard.
Shit. Man, I don't know if I
And I'm freaking out!
What the fuck? It's maxing. I'm actually serious, bro. I don't know. That was scary, bro.
That was! Genuinely.
If that's you here with us right now, could you touch this thing that I'm holding out, this device in my hand?
Dude, I'm not feeling well.
Did you leave the envoy on?
Yeah.
And it's not going off?
Gone off. It's like there was either kids playing with it or a lot of people going for it.
The thing that lured us over there, are you a good spirit?
Why did you ask this question? We have to know. You know what we haven't heard in a long time? The REM pod. That's crazy. Yeah. We have not heard the REM pod.
It all goes off when we address it.
Dude, I'm gonna shit if that goes off.
I'm actually gonna shit.
Prepare you to
Probably regardless.
Anyone who is in this room at the moment, could you please go and touch the white light in the hallway like others were previously?
At the front of the matron's room, please.
Oh, that's nice. He said
Yes. Okay, give it a second.
Yes again.
Could be a couple people literally saying, yeah, we'll do it.
You go in front of the matron Sharp's room, and it will detect you're there, and it'll give a little sound. We'll know you're here.
Oh my god. Is that footsteps?
That's footsteps.
Wait, maybe they're gone.
Somebody is walking behind you, Goldie.
What the fuck?
That is insane sounding. That is weird. I don't know what to say about that one. It sounds like there's multiple noises going on all at once. It's crazy.
Somebody is walking behind you, Goldie.
What the fuck?
I actually haven't felt like this since the first video I did in an asylum, where I feel so overwhelmed and heavy that I feel paralyzed.
The EMF isn't going off at all right now.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Now it is. Now it is.
Really waiting for my window to talk while I was out.
Oh, the fucking thing! It almost feels like something's messing with us.
Yeah.
Like if it's two little kids that like to play hide and seek and mess with investigators, what if they're just messing with all of our equipment, making noise over there, then doing that when we're not expecting?
The fact that we're feeling like this, or uneasy, or heavy, and all this has already happened, this is supposed to be the kindest building I've found.
For sure.
Say these things, man.
Just say.
The way you say shit, I don't miss it. Matron Sharp, we heard that you help other spirits communicate throughout this entire asylum. If you will come with us as we investigate further tonight, can you give us one clear and obvious sign? If you can tell us yes here on this device by tapping it.
That was weird. That didn't look like no dust to me.
One clear and obvious sign. If you can tell us yes here on this device.
If you look up 4001 on the original video, link is always in the description below. Look above Sam's head where it's coming from.
Tonight, can you give us one clear and obvious sign? If you can tell us yes here on this device by tapping it.
That doesn't seem like dust to me. I mean, it could be, or even a bug. But that generally does, it's long. It's like a kind of like a long wide, and it's just like going kind of distinctively. Could be a bug, it could be a piece of dust just out of focus, maybe. Who knows?
Or walk.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! There we go.
I said yes.
Yes again.
I do really think there was like 5 people in here trying to fuck with us.
Like a lot of people just looking at it, kind of being like, okay. Like,
That's a cool thing. But that just still does not explain the fucking thing that
just scratching is very.
And then that motion sensor on cue when we are literally 3 rooms away. That means it's a good sign, because if they didn't like us, there would be no activity.
True.
Yeah, so we're off to a good start.